Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Thank you for being here. My name is Andrew, coming to you from the beautiful Carolinas. Today's topic is going to be red flags, your instincts, and intuition. Think about that for a minute. Guys, if you like the content, please like, subscribe, and share. So if you were in a narcissistic relationship, or perhaps you're in one now or looking to exit one thing is for certain. You ignored the red flags that you saw throughout the relationship. You did not trust your instincts, and you did not pay attention to your intuition. All three of these things happened. The reason why is because you believed that this individual who turned out to be a narcissist was a genuine, kind, loving, empathetic individual. Turns out they're none of the above. They are nothing more than a manipulator, a person who wants to destroy, and a person who wants to take. And when they're done, that's right, they want to take more. They want to take everything that you have, which includes your time, money, energy, effort, social circle, job, status, health. That list goes on and on. But you ignored the red flags along the way. Examples, let's say that you were going out to dinner with this person. They were on one of their 3 smartphones, paying more attention to taking selfies and or the waiter or waitress than you, but yet you continued on. Let's say another red flag was that they claimed that they had a difficult upbringing. In other words, the previous relationships they were a part of, they were blaming the other individual. Let's say it was a spouse or a lover, whoever, or a family member or a job or a boss or whatever, but they were blaming anybody other than themselves. In other words, this person was not being accountable. They were not introspecting. They weren't saying, yeah, wow, that job didn't really work out. I gave it my best, but it just didn't seem like it was really for me. No, they were blaming the boss or the hours or something. In other words, they could not take fault for anything. That's another red flag. That is not a sign of growth or abundance. That is a sign of weakness and cowardice. It's the truth. Another red flag you probably ignored is when you were triangulated, because most likely you didn't even know what triangulation was. What this means is, let's say that you were with this individual who turned out to be a narcissist, and they were saying how another individual was pumping them up or telling them how good they look or how many things they buy for them or where they take them on vacation, things like that, to have you believe that that's what you should be doing. In other words, they inserted a third party who may or may not have existed into the relationship to get you to do more for this individual. Turned out to be the narcissist. And again, triangulation is disgusting. It's my least favorite thing these people do, but you ignored the red flag. You're like, wow, something's wrong here. Why are they telling me this about, a coworker at work? I don't get it. Well, they're doing it to push your buttons, to get you to work harder for them, but yet you didn't challenge them on it. Again, if you did challenge them on it, who knows what would have happened? Maybe a blame shift. Maybe it was blame shifting, or maybe it was a rage fit. But other red flags you ignored, other ones would be the mysterious hours that the individual would be available and or not available. In other words, let's say that you would text this individual and they would read the message, but they would not respond. And they would claim to you that, in fact, they were too busy. They didn't see the message. Their battery died. They had no internet connection. Oh, I must have missed it. Things like that. Those are red flags. Those are attributes of a person who is controlling you and manipulating you and doesn't want to communicate with you on the same level. They want you guessing about where they are, who they're with, what they're doing. That's another red flag. These red flags are abundantly clear post-narcissistic relationship. You can see them everywhere. Another thing is, perhaps this person who turned out to be a narcissist, maybe they're hanging out with a group of people who are much younger than them. Why? Because maybe they're the aging narcissist. And what they want to do is to cling on to their youth by living through and or living with other individuals who maybe are half their age. Is that what people usually do? I don't think so, but if you do, drop comments below. The point is, that's a red flag. And the red flags are everywhere. Another one, it's Christmas or a holiday, and you gift this individual who turns out to be a narcissist a gift, and they tell you right to your face, really, that's all I got? I'm not going to wear that. I'm not going to use that. Like, who would do that? I'll tell you who would do it. A self-serving individual who cares about nobody but themselves, or a narcissist. It's a red flag. Another one would be, you're going to dinner and it is your turn to select the restaurant. You go and you select the restaurant because it's your time, and you go and enjoy the dinner. Well, you try to, and this person turns out to be a narcissist. claims they have a headache, or the food wasn't good, or there is a fly in their water, whatever you want to say. Maybe they're on their smartphones again, who knows? But they're totally destroying or disrupting the experience. Why? Because it's your restaurant that you chose, and they need to devalue it and you and the experience. So why? So in the future you don't go there, and or that restaurant is ruined for you, so that they get to decide where they want to go. That is a toxic behavior. It's a red flag. Other red flags include holidays, birthdays, events, get-togethers, barbecues, whatever you want to call them. Were these disrupted frequently? Think about this for a minute. During any of these major, let's say the holidays, we have holidays coming up. During the holidays, when you were with these individuals and or this individual, turns out to be a narcissist, was there ever peace, serenity? Was there ever just the ability to be? Or were you always in a rush? You were always having to be doing something. You were always being looked at like you weren't worth anything, meaning your energy and your holiday was being disrupted. In other words, you couldn't just go, let's say, to these people's houses, whoever it is, and just be. There was always chaos. There was always, it was just not a stable environment, let's put it that way. If that was the case, those are red flags. The holidays are supposed to be about love, abundance, growth, sharing, community, empathy, kindness, reflection. It's not supposed to be about the turkey is overcooked and there's a sob story going on because the turkey is overcooked, or because somebody didn't show up at exactly 2 o'clock on a Sunday afternoon, things like that. No, but you get you see what I'm saying now. You see, life is supposed to be about a flow state. It's supposed to be about vibrating highly, meaning just being, living your best life, not having to look for red flags, not having to pay attention to your instincts and intuition on a daily basis. But yet, that's what you had to do. You had to really question yourself. Here are other ones. Perhaps with your instincts, maybe there were times you were with this person who turned out to be the narcissist that you're like, wait, something's not right here. That behavior is completely not good. In other words, maybe they abused the waitstaff, or somebody on an airplane, or on a bus, or a coworker. Think about that. The poor behavior, you saw it, you experienced it, and you're like, wow, what's going on here? I don't get this. Well, that's your instincts telling you that something's wrong with that individual and you need to get away. But maybe you just stayed on course. You didn't pay attention to your instincts. You didn't quit that job. You didn't go to HR and report them. Who knows? But your instincts, your intuition, and red flags are huge. You've had these abilities to pay attention to throughout your whole life. And my hope and my belief is that you probably did throughout most of your life. But then lo and behold, along comes the narcissist. And what did they do? They saw you as the opportunity that you were. And they said, wow, if I can really get this one to really believe into my false narrative, then I can actually do some real damage to this person. I can get them hooked in the trauma bond. I can have them doing what I want. I can have them being my puppet, my pawn. And I can take all the resources. Why? Because this person who turned out to be you will give them to me. That's what they're saying. And that is exactly what happens. That's why the love bomb is called the love bomb. Because it is so unbelievable if you actually experience that stage that you're like, wow, this actually exists? People are really this kind? They're really into me? I can't believe this. But it was all a setup. It was nothing but a charade. It was smoke and mirrors. It was a brand new paint job on a car that doesn't run. It was a house of cards. It was one huge red flag. So my hope is going forward, you will be paying attention to the red flags. You will be trusting your instincts and your intuition, and you will be strong enough to make decisions that benefit you, and you will not be part of the herd mentality who just does what everyone else does. In other words, take action, if not now, when? So if you're on the fence, is your partner, your neighbor, your friend, your family member, are they toxic? Are they a narcissist? I can't tell you that. What I can tell you is if you're getting anxious, feeling anxiety, or you feel deflated after speaking with them, or you're experiencing rage fits, or they're trying to consume your time, or they're trying to get you to do things, manipulate you, and put barriers in place for you to do, you have to do X, Y, and Z. None of that is healthy. What is healthy is you living your best life, you learning from your past toxic narcissistic relationship, you putting boundaries in place, you saying no, which is the strongest word in the English language. And remember, when you say no to something, you're saying yes to yourself. That's beautiful. But red flags were abundant all throughout the relationship. You just ignored them. It's not your fault. You could say, yeah, well, actually, it is my fault, Andrew, because I did ignore them. You're right. I get that. I'm still not going to agree with you that it was your fault. Why? Because you didn't know what narcissism was. You didn't know that people like this walked the planet, that just wanted to blow up your relationship and to steal your energy and all of your assets and resources. Now you do. That's why I don't believe it was your fault, even for a second. In other words, very simply put, if this person walked up to you and gave you a 2-page report on themselves, boss, family member, lover, neighbor, whomever, and they said, here, this is what I am capable of doing to you, and this is what I will do to you, would you have pursued the relationship? Of course you wouldn't have. Why would you? But yet you did. And the reason why you did is because that person portrayed themselves to be one person when in fact they were somebody completely different. So guys, that's the video. I hope you liked it. I loved doing it from the beautiful Carolinas. This is Andrew. Namaste. Have a great evening. Stay true, stay blessed. Continue to become awakened and aware, and understand you are the priority. You come first, second, and third. And where you place your attention is where you place your energy. Place it within yourself. If not now, when? God bless you. No matter where you are on the planet, you are not alone. I love you. Have a great evening, and I will talk to you tomorrow. And always pay attention to red flags. Always trust your instincts and your intuition. You are the priority. God bless you. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye.